How much do you weigh?
205 right now.
Pounds?
Aye, £205, which is...
Is that 13 stone?
No, like 15, I think. I don't know.
Is that us? Hello and welcome to the Darren Connell podcast show. I'm Darren Connell and we're back this week and we've got my main man, Paul the Bearjew Craig.
How you doing, brother?
Thanks a lot for coming on, mate.
No, thanks for having me. You know I like your main voice, man. I love it.
Well, I don't mind that. He's been really busy. He's been training 5 hours a day, so we've been trying to get you in for a couple of weeks.
I know, man. I was messing you about the night. I was like, can we make it earlier? Can we make it later? Can we make it earlier? And I needed to make it earlier because I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the truth. You know, I've got a night off tonight. I'm going to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to treat myself to a slush puppy. In fact, they don't even sell slush puppies now. Where am I in the 90s?
How no?
It's ice blasts. The kids
Right.
you've got to get down with ice blasts, man.
So when are you going to see this mad cheesy pop band you were talking about?
I'm going to see like so. I'll tell you the story. My sister likes some music. Right?
Yes.
And she's like, oh, I'm going to see Stone Roses, all these bands that I grew up. I didn't grow up listening to them in my generation, but I know of them and I enjoy them. So she's always trying to like trump me with music, and I thought I was cool, and I was like, I'm going to see a band called The Hunter, and she's like, The Hunter, shit. And I said, no, they're not, like all defensive, and she's like, no, Paul, they're shit. And I'm like, no, I actually like them. I think they're brilliant, and I do like them. So me, Brian, my coach, and Jimmy Gall are going to watch them. We're all going to go and we're going to make it, and it's happening Sunday. It's Bank Holiday Monday. As you can imagine, I'm going to get not slashed because I'm preparing for UFC Glasgow. So they're all going to get mashed, and I'm going to have to stand there and just enjoy the music and be part of the movement.
Drink water.
Aye.
So what's happening with the training? I know UFC's coming back. That must be exciting. Now. Yeah. I mean, I'll get back to slagging you with that girl band in a minute, mate.
It's full of dudes, and they're all burly men, and they're ripped to death, and they play guitars and they sing about love. Like the guys have had some serious shit going on in their life, man. Like just by listening to their music, I can feel the pain, man. I just want to be like, come here, Hannah, just bring it in for a cuddle. But so training. My average day is I'm up at like 5 o'clock. I recently got a new puppy as well. Like I want to put it on my Instagram, but I don't want to get ripped to death for it because you're gonna see that band. You see people and they're like, I've got a dog, and that's all they then post about is their dog. My coach has got an actual Instagram for his pugs. He's got 2 pugs. It's called Max and Chuck's. I don't know, Max and Chuck on the social media. So check him out. I check him out and I just watch them jumping in at a pool. So I'd love to post stuff up, but I don't want to get ripped for it because I ripped Brian for it.
Get it posted. It's not like anybody can slag you at that band night because you could just kick them in the throat.
I know, but see the thing is, there's one guy who can slag me. His name's Tyson Pedro. He's like, dick. Putting pictures of your dug up. I'll put that's Boz as well. So I've been up at 5. I've been cleaning up Doug's shit every morning because he's no trained yet. So he just shits in the flare and just kind of looks at me like, aye, pick it up. So I need to go and pick up like 3 big dumps, and it's quite a big dog, so aye.
So do you train every day?
I do, I train every day. This week's a bit of a weird week because we've got a grading on with Marcus Nardini on Sunday, which is going to be dead because everybody's going to be lashed for the old firm game. So I'm going to go and, so usually Sunday would be my day off, but I need to go to that, so it's going to be a day where I'm just going to have to push through. Aye. You know, when you get to this point where your body's breaking and you're like, your arms are heavy, your pecs are sore, and your coach is phoning you up and saying, you going to wrestling? And wrestling's an hour and a half long, and you're like, do I need to go? And he hits me with this piss all the time, and it winds me up. He goes, it's your job.
Aye.
Like, it's your job, you need to go. And I'm like, I know, man, so I just need the Hunter to cuddle me. So and it's difficult to push yourself when when your body's broke. So that's what I find it hardest. And I've got like an intense camp because usually we would do like 6 to 8 weeks. This is going to be like 12-week fight camp. And it's a bit different because obviously we're fighting an opponent who is a southpaw opponent. Not a lot of them in the UK. Yeah. Good thing is I've got a good high-level southpaw opponent who trains in our gym, Ross. We call him the Cooper Trooper, and he's great. Southpaw, very strong, very heavy hitting, and he's very, very similar to what we're dealing with in the fight. Guy we're fighting is Khalil Roundtree, I'm sure his name is. He was Ultimate Fighter finalist, so he made it right the way through to the final. I think he got in the DQ, like some guy get knocked out and he came in anyway. Yeah. Very powerful guy, very, very powerful backhand. Just like MD in that division. If MD strikes you full force on that face, you're going to feel it.
Yeah.
But
are you a wee bit would you say, obviously any fight's going to be tough, but are you a wee bit more nervous or excited because it's going to be in Scotland?
I think I'm more excited than nervous. You know, as an amateur, I fought once in Scotland, and it was a great feeling. You know, when your friends and your family and everybody who knows you fight can come and see you. And I've not had that. I've not been able to fight in Scotland as a pro, and this is basically my first fight in Scotland as a pro. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to my mum and my dad in the crowd, you know, giving me the old awoogas. Mum's, she's probably going to be watching this, but Mum's a bit of a nightmare, you know that way. She's like, I'll knock him out. Like she's like your typical ma, like, don't hit my son, I'm going to come in. And she's wanting to knock the poor guy out. The poor guy's walking out the cage, and she hits him a couple of 1-2s, slip him the heads. She was a bit upset, obviously, in my last fight, watching that. Because you get my balls kicked. You can see it.
Well, you get. I mean, I was out of breath walking up the stairs into this fucking room, mate. I can't really slag you.
You know. Well, it is a nice house, and it's like 10 floors up, isn't it?
I know.
A 10-storey mansion. No, so what happened was, and a lot of people said, "Oh, you didn't look yourself. You didn't look yourself." I don't like to make excuses. You know.
Yeah. He
won on the night. It's MMA. If you have one off night in MMA, that you'll lose. If you have an off night in the gym, then it's fine. You can come back the next day. But if an off night in the cage doesn't really work, so I had an off night, he had an on night. I messed up my weight cut. It's not going to happen again. You know, you experiment. Yeah. Because you get into this rhythm where you're like, I can make that better. I can make my training better. See if I had to do this, I can make this better. Yeah. And I thought that's what I was doing, and it turned out I wasn't. So I ended up messing up my weight cut, messing up refueling my body, and I wasn't 100%. But regardless, making all these excuses, like I hate watching people thinking he's just making excuses. Just take the fucking beating, man. You get beat, and I did. I get beat. Well,
you know, you've handled it well. As a fan, I'm glad that when you did get beat, though, it was just over and done with. It wasn't brutal. Like, you know how sometimes boxers get knocked out or UFC fighters get done and they never quite recover. That just looks like a defeat that you'll just come back and you'll be cool.
I think emotionally it does take it out. It took me a few weeks to actually get my head round it, and everybody wants to relive it with you. Everybody wants to say, what happened to you? What happened to you? I watched your fight at the weekend. You lost me £700. What happened to you? Like, mate, do you carry care about your £700? I had a guy lying on top of me who was about 5 kilograms, trying to elbow the dish out of me. You're telling me about £700? Go and suck it, man.
So big fat cunts like that. Come on, mate. Pull your finger at your ass, man. Fucking get a grip.
I do like a bit of the old social media, you know, where I mess about, and we post up loads of videos. Some guy come on and tweeted me and said, "Stop your fucking about. Get back to training." like no, mate, I'm still training. I'm not doing this as a side project. I'm not making these videos. I'm doing these as I am training. It's reliving it over and over again. And the first 2 weeks after that fight, that's all that people wanted to do. My coaching team were great. You know, we spoke about it after the fight. We spoke about what went wrong. We knew what went wrong as we come back and we had that chat. MDLs who's commenting on this, who's not part of my team, and saying, "Well, Paul, you didn't really do this. You should have zigged when you should have zagged." And this, I don't want to hear that from you, man. Like, yous are fans. Yous have got your own team or whatever it is you're going to do. You could be the best MMA fighter in the world. I don't care. Yeah. It's my team that I want to hear this criticism from. So I don't want to be in the pub on a Saturday night, drink a soda water and lime, and a guy's come up to me and said, "Oh, need to work on your boxing. Your jab was pish." But it happens.
Aye. Do you always get that? I could have done that UFC, mate.
Aye, all the time.
I'm a yellow belt and fucking
Wing Chun is the best. The best one was like usually when I'm out. Not so much now, but when I originally was going out, loads of people would come up on like a Saturday night and be like, "I'll come and spar with you Monday, man. I'll be in sparring with you." Guys absolutely lashed. I messaged a few guys back like, "You start for sparring? Did I say that on Saturday night?" Aye, mate, I was just following the sauce, just leave it. But that's usually what the thing happens. They say, "Yeah, you coming in Saturday? I'll spar with you Monday." I used to do the old bit of the old boxing back in the day. Hey, I done the Wing Chun. I'll elbow you dish.
It's mad how people are like that, isn't it? Because I get that with stand up. If somebody says, "What do you do?" And I don't tell them I do stand up, and I just say what I used to work as. And it's just fucking brutal, man.
Did he say, "Make me laugh"?
Aye.
Tell me a joke.
Aye, basically.
Hold on, that's not how stand up works. I'm not a fucking cracker.
Aye.
You pull a joke. There's a joke in
there.
That,
mate, no, out in the pavement. No, mate, I can't. I thought you were a comedian, and you're like, oh.
I actually went and seen you.
Aye, thank you for coming.
It was brilliant. If I don't know if you put any of your jokes on here.
I don't say my jokes, but you can if you want.
No,
I can't even remember it.
No, I like see the mermaid thing. Brilliant. I was in
the mermaid joke.
So see next time you go and see Darren, if you see him in the crowd, The only way you're going to get to see this is if you shout, "Do the mermaid joke." There's always somebody in there. But I watched it. It was brilliant, man. I was in stitches. Your stand-up.
That's appreciated.
Check him out.
I
can't believe I'm putting you in your own podcast.
I know.
Check him out here, guys. When's your next gig?
I'm just glad I didn't die my arse in front of you, because sometimes you can get really shite gigs.
Can you?
Like,
I went to what was it? What's the one that is it on a Tuesday night? They do the
Red Raw.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm sitting down the front, UFC geared it on up,
Oh,
because obviously I need to
Chrissy
be.
Ross.
Aye. And they were talking about, and they were like trying to make some jokes, and they were shining it like. You could see the skids running down their pants. Like,
I wasn't sure.
Did you like that? Did you like that MMA stuff? Aye. The guy's trembling and that, shining himself. No, mate, I'm actually a nice guy. I'm not a dick. But no, it was brilliant, man.
Cheers, mate.
When's your next gig? That's what I let you know.
Right, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I'm doing a charity event.
Who's your PR man? Get this man sorted. You have like a list saying Sunday the 17th I will be at.
Mate, I'm going to be your fucking corner man at UFC.
You know the best common advice I ever had? The best common advice came from a guy, James Green, part of my management team. Hilarious. Kick his fucking cunt in. It's Scottish. It's just Scottish. He's just sitting in the corner. And we're on telly. We're on Channel 5. And all you can hear is, kick his fucking cunt in.
And
so,
did you?
I did. And then I think he came into the cage one day and they said something like, "Get it up, yeah!" Like, so the guy's just been beat, and he's like holding his self-respect in his hands, and he's on the ground, and he's not about himself, and he comes James Green comes on, and he's like, "Get up, yeah!" And then walks out to me, "Yes!" Just your typical Scottish stuff. So James Green's the best common man that's ever walked this planet.
Well, good luck, mate. All the best to you.
So
we're all buzzing for it.
I know. Did you see my ICW stuff?
Yes, I did.
Did
you like the ICW, don't you?
You know
like
what?
the wrestling?
I grew up watching wrestling as a wee boy. Like, I had a bigger brother, and I was always like the underdog. Every day, I never get the chance to actually do the finishing move. I had a finishing move. Used to call it the Craig Clamp. Didn't actually get to do it because my brother would just pin me to the ground and whip me. And I do believe, this is honest truth, I do believe that the only reason I'm good at fighting jiu-jitsu is because I had to defend myself when my brother was wailing on me. He used to have these boxing gloves and he'd put them on and he'd just come in like, "Right, I'm going to batter you and you've just to take it." Alright. So that's what used to happen. I grew up watching wrestling, loved wrestling all my life.
Who's your favourite wrestler?
In all time? You know, I like Stone Cold, I like The Rock, I like The Rock, I like just because his whole backstage stuff, you know, his whole promo cut and stuff is brilliant. Tried to do a wee bit of that. Did you see my Tanko? Me and Chris Bungard doing the old Tanko. If you haven't seen that, check it out. We tried to rip one of The Rock's lines where he was like, a jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, heart stopping.
If anybody doesn't know, Paul was at the Barramania, wasn't it?
I was a guest enforcer. I wanted to be like, I didn't want to just be, I've always said this, I don't want to be the Mayweather. You know, Mayweather runs in, he smacked the Big Show and ran away like a pussy. I didn't want to do that. I said, if you ever make me do anything like that, I'll never be back. So they said, no, we'll get you as a guest enforcer. So I just had to kind of stroll about the ring, looking hard, and there's guys in the crowd shouting, Paul, come here. Can I get a selfie? like mate, I'm actually working here. This is like I'm enforcing this area. This is my area. So then we go in, we do our thing. They're going to beat up on this chick, and I kind of save the day. Slide in there, and my boy Bungard comes in to back me up because the guy's got a baseball bat, and he double crosses me, man. He gives me an old China low blow. Boom. Thing was actually hot. He actually sent my balls right up to my throat. So I made sure, soon I get that slam, I made sure that he was up in there, slammed him, he rolls out, and you can see him clutching his back, and he actually says to me, he said, you know, the guys clutch their back and the rest of them have been hit. He went, that was actually sore. Then we were outside, and I flung him against the ring post, and what was meant to happen was he was meant to bounce back off it, I was meant to come back, and I was meant to hit him with a hip throw. What actually happened was, when I flung him that hard against the ring post, he wrapped round it and fell, smacked himself off there's barriers and there's this wooden like platform, smacks himself off that. Like, even though the douchebag did double cross me, I'm like, oh man, and I'm picking him up, I'm like, you alright, you good? And he's like, hi. Then I hit through him, and then like, same again, just whaps his back off this stuff, man, and we get back up and we start smacking away to the end. But he does this snide move where he stood in my shoe and hit me with an elbow. So I couldn't go anywhere, and I fell through the curtains, and then they set about me and kicked my ass.
So, do you think you could? I mean, I know you could, but would you be allowed to maybe do a full wrestling match one day?
I would love to do a full wrestling match. You know, there's never a never and there's never an always. Who knows what's round the corner for me? I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to do it, I'd need to get in and get out as quick as I possibly could. I don't think I've got a full, like you see some of these guys. There's a guy, and I've spoken about him before, his name is Miller, it's Kenny Williams, and he just launches himself off the top ropes.
Yep.
And I'm like, holy fuck, he's going to kill himself.
Aye.
So none of that kind of stuff. I'm the kind of guy who could do, you know, pick you up and slam you, and then that's the match over.
Aye.
I don't think that sells very well. Like,
no, it'd be good, man.
It's a Bearjew comes running in, slams you, and walks away.
Like a kind of British Bulldog kind of dude.
Aye, did any of you watch that stuff where British Bulldog's son came into wrestling on the? It was like round about Christmas time. They put like the wrestling on TV.
The World
of Wrestling.
Yep.
And the
Davey
British
Boy
Bulldog's
Smith
son comes
Jr.
in. He just kept strolling down. You're like,
I love him, man. I love the
whoopsie
Bulldog.
guy. And then I know, but these were guys we grew up watching, and
Aye.
that's my generation. And then after that, there was a bit of a lull in my life where I didn't actually watch wrestling. Then the Attitude Era came in when you've like guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. I loved when he was the corporate elbow. You know, when he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
He was like Vince McMahon's right hand man. I loved all that kind of stuff. So I'd love to be the heel, but it's never going to happen. I'm not the heel. Chris Bungard's the heel.
You're a goodie.
Chris Bungard.
You'd be one of the heels that cunts would still like you.
I happens like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry I didn't hit you. But actually, did you see Grado went heel?
Has he went heel?
He's went heel.
Was that a shock to everybody?
It was a shock to me. I was watching it backstage. I was like, no.
Who did he hit?
He had his wrestling match, and then the guy for Black Label came out and sort of said, I'm managing you now, and this is what's going down. So I love wrestling. I know I sound like a bit of a loser, but nah, I quite like it.
Nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. So I need to ask you a few things. This, if anybody follows Paul on Instagram, your green shakes, mate, every single day like a fucking trooper. What is in that?
See, they go down not too bad. Like the video you're talking about is the one where I'm looking cool as fuck and I'm trying to drink a shake. And there was a lump in it. Just one lump sets you right off, and it hit the back of your throat. And I was like, and I nearly waited. So what I usually put in it is I usually put like 2 cloves of garlic in it, and for the rest of the day you'll honk. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're doing jiu-jitsu that day, because then when you breathe on them, when they're grappling you, you're like, you've been eating, and you constantly rift. Put stuff like spinach, kale. I usually put a piece of fruit in there. It's usually a kiwi, but I get a message somebody saying your milkshake, your smoothie sounds very similar to mine. You should try an apple. So I'm actually going to go and try the apple in it. But it's just a pain in the ass to cut it up. Whereas a kiwi, you just launch it in there. Loads of water in it. That's what usually makes it watery, obviously. Put in some flaxseed and kind of that stuff just to give me loads of energy. And then it coming out the back end, it's not that great.
It just comes out good.
You ever tried bulletproof coffee?
Oh, aye, man, aye.
I tried bulletproof coffee one day, and it was the very first time I tried it with the proper MCT oil and proper coconut oil and proper butter, and I made it up, put a wee bit too much butter in it, was driving to work. My foot was doing trying to get there, and I wasn't safe, put it that way. I wasn't safe.
I'm like that with the green shakes. I had that coffee and my face went numb. I thought I was like,
did you?
Something's up with my face.
Oh, yeah.
But the green shakes, I was sick. I was saying this to Big Man before the podcast last week. I had a big green smoothie and I gubbed 2 garlic cloves. And I was in the bus and I was like, man. And as soon as I got out the bus, I spewed in a bin in Buchanan bus station.
So you looked like a JK?
I looked like a JK raiding a bin. And
see the actual poor guy that had to actually rake that bin?
I know.
He's like, oh man, it smells like something good in there. It smells like something's good in there.
You were saying your body rejects garlic?
Aye, well, your body doesn't. It's not meant to be eaten raw. You're meant to cook it, and
right.
So your body doesn't want it to be in there. So that's why you constantly. That's why when you're trying to swallow it, your body's actually trying to force it back up.
That explains a lot. But that's his wains gone off. Not, by the way, just
it's
in
not
case.
My wains. I don't know. I don't know.
He's brought his wains in the podcast.
Not my wains. Then you come down.
So I don't want to bore you, but see, I read somewhere about they were saying, see, smoothies, because you blend them, it does some. Supposedly, if they're blended, it does something that is no good for you.
Well, there's if you put loads of fruit in, you get a massive sugar spike. Insulin, I'm sure it is. and you can end up with diabetes. You like to give yourself diabetes. Like, don't take this as actual facts, man. I'm not claiming Joe Rogan facts here, like bro science. Like, yo man, if you like take loads of sugar in, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that blending up fruit gives you a massive increase in like a sugar spike, and you can end up with like having diabetes and stuff like that. Also, I think if you're juicing, you don't get a lot of the fibre, and your body needs the fibre. And then when are you going to eat like a bag of lettuce? That it's so much easier to drink it. Whereas if you had to actually eat it and burn it as an actual fuel, it would be so much easier for you, and it'd be so much more health benefits than that.
So you would recommend a shake, a green shake a day is alright?
You know what, I think you need to kind of find this balance. I try and stay away from fruit. Like half a piece of fruit or one piece of fruit's fine, but I'm not loading it full of sugars. That's what I try and stay away from.
Yeah.
Sugars and carbs are the devil.
And can I ask you about something else? I'm quite interested in what weight cutting's all about.
Weight cutting, well,
have you ever had any problems with that?
I've never had problems with weight cutting. I have been lying in a bath one day, and my coach Brian and Jimmy said, "Oh, you're only in there for 15 minutes," and they left me in there for half an hour, and I was calling them, "Pricks, leave me in the bath," and I come out and I'm like, because it does zap you. Using a salt bath, there's a few different ways you can do it. You can do water loading, where you take in loads of water, and then after a few days of taking in like 7.5 litres of water to 8 litres, your body then sweats loads, because obviously your body's trying to regulate itself with the same amount of fluid. So then you cut out all the water for your body, and then your body keeps sweating to get rid of it all, and then it reduces the water that's in your body, and then should be lighter.
Yeah.
You need to stay away from stuff like starchy food, which retains water in your body. You can also do it through like saunas, steam rooms, salt baths, which drain it out you, and you can feel it. For me, you need to find this fine balance. Like me cutting 5 kilograms a weight and water is different for, say, somebody like Chris Bungard cutting 5 kilograms. You know, I'm a lot bigger. I'm going to carry a lot more water than him. So you need to find what's your optimum. And I think 5 kilograms for me is fine. But I've never actually done it because I don't want to mess about with it, because it reduces the water which is in your body. And like we all know, that's just your body's meant to have water in it. So just do it naturally.
So it's quite weird how that's legal, isn't it? Like, it's just a strange thing.
I know
like that Scottish kickboxer boy passed away recently, didn't he?
I know, was that to do with weight cutting? But I don't even know.
Do you know? I don't know about that actually. I know
you don't want to speculate.
I think I maybe read somewhere that it might have been weight cutting, but don't quote me on that.
I know it's what you don't want to be doing is putting somebody's death down to like a weight cut when it may not have anything to do with that. It may have been something hereditary or anything like that. So weight cutting, as much as it's dangerous, it's needed in the sport, because there's guys who naturally don't sit at 93 kilograms, don't walk about at that weight class. I'm actually alright when I start actually my diet properly and I'm 100% strict with it. My weight will come down to about 97 kilograms, and a couple of kilograms is safe. And I think that's pretty much what needs to happen. Everybody needs to find what their safe level of cutting is.
Yeah.
And a lot of people won't actually talk about it because it's kind of taboo. And I seen there was a programme on BBC Three and they were speaking about it, and just stay away.
Was that the one that was showing you the fighter going for a weight cut?
I know, and you see loads of fighters doing it, and
he was like tuning ice and stuff.
Aye, tuning ice. That's what you want for your dinner.
Aye.
Bag of ice hen, please.
So I take it when you're full time now, you're full time training. Have you not got much time for personal training?
I do personal training, but I'm probably I neglect it a wee bit. See, because like, I could fill up all my days with doing 3 or 4 personal training every single day, but it's just my time's, for me it's precious. You know, I need recovery. If I'm doing 2 hours in the morning, I need like an hour, 2 hours to myself just to recover, you know, fuel back up. If I had to do 2 hours of training and then go and do a personal session with somebody, my body's going to be shot. So for me, I try and stay away for doing midweek.
How was that?
Guys like that.
He's talking about personal training and somebody's cracking a can.
This is like the best podcast ever. I just wish I wasn't in fight camp and we could just chill and
get mad with it.
Aye, there's a guy in the corner like taking mushrooms. I'm sure he's taking.
I know. I love how like, he's fighting for a fucking life and death match, and we're all fat bastards.
That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like it's life or death, because you know you only get like you only get 4 fights in the UFC. That's what your contract is, 4 fight contract, and they can cut you at any time. They don't need to keep you on. And you've seen that with guys like Robert Whiteford.
Yeah.
As soon as he lost one fight, I mean, the fights he had before weren't the greatest, but they cut him straight away. He lost one fight and they cut him.
Yeah.
So the UFC are brutal, and I like that, because it should be like that. It should be, if you're not performing, beat it.
Yeah.
So I'm in this predicament where I've won my first fight, lost my second fight, I'm coming out my third fight. It's kind of, I need to win this to stay in the UFC. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's if I don't, then I'm dead in the UFC, and then I'll be out, because they're not going to waste their time giving me another fight. You know, what's the reason? Why would they pull UFC? Why would they pull a Scottish UFC fighter to America again when they don't need to? Look at you guys in America. So this is like, I'm fighting for life in this fight.
Well, you can't get it in a better place. You're
hometown.
at your home, mate. It's going to be absolutely bouncing.
You know what I'd love to do? I would love to walk out, you know, in Scotland to like a proper Scottish band. You know, the guys that cut about in like Sucky Hall Street.
Aye, the big beard guys.
Aye, guys with the beards, the rustic looking guys banging their drums. Man, I think that'd be brilliant. You know, walking out there, no music, no background music apart from that.
Aye.
Like battle pipes and battle drums and just.
I'm sure they would do it, mate.
I know, but the UFC would be like, well, that would be like 4 guys need to bring backstage with their drums and. I just play their Dave Buchanan Street and play it. I don't think you have the same effect with it. And you know what else I'd really love as well? See you walk out and see everybody with their face painted blue. I know it's like a Sunday night, and you wouldn't get in no pub with a blue face. So I'd
you should tweet that, mate. Tell your fans to do it.
Get blue face. Get blue face. I think it'd be amazing. You know, just walking out and everybody.
Your opponent will be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I know.
I'm in Braveheart.
What happens in Braveheart?
So how long have you got until your fight then? Is it?
What is it, like 10 weeks? I'm sure it's 10 weeks, something like that. But before that, I've got a busy month next month. I have got a Tanko grappling event, which is like one of the very first of Tanko's submission grappling, and they use the Eddie Bravo rules where there's no points, and I think that's a good setup for a competition like this. Points are good if you're a point fighter, but people want to see submissions. People want to see guys getting their arms snapped, guys getting choked. That's what people want to see. People don't want to see somebody getting held in side control for 4 or 5 seconds and then transitioning into top mount, and that's how they win their match. That happened to me. I fought a guy and that's all I did. Knee on belly, went to mount, side control, knee on belly, mount, side control, and he just done that and racked up all these points. The guy was like that, run out of points to actually put in the wee scorecard. So I think these rules are perfect for a spectator sport. It's going to be televised as well, and it's going to be on like a Sky Channel, and I'll put a link to it when it comes closer to the time. But it's going to be a great fight. You know, it's Andy Clamp. Andy Clamp's I think he might be in the top 5. I think he might just be behind me in the UK ranks of MMA. He's not going to be a slouch on the ground. I don't think he's going to have I don't think he's going to be as good a grappler or a technical grappler as me. But what I think he has got is he's got this strength and this heart, which I think is going to make a really interesting fight. You've also got other guys on there like Mark Goddard, I'm sure, is fighting on it. You've got Paddy Pimlet as well, who's like got some crazy slick submissions. So on this show, Tanko, I think, are doing it right. There's not been a grappling event like this in the UK, and I think it's going to be huge, and I think it's going to be the first of many.
Brilliant, mate.
I hope that I get an opportunity to fight back on it again, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm sure it's the 14th of May, Sunday the 14th of May. There's tickets, it's televised, all this kind of stuff. And then after that, it will then be, I'm heading back out to Las Vegas for the Fighters Conference. All the fighters get rounded up.
Brilliant, mate.
Taking over to Las Vegas, get to hang about with people like Matt Damon and all that kind of stuff. Ben Affleck, that's just a normal. I don't know if that's
You'll
true.
be chilling with them.
I know, but I know that like, you know, they own it, and there's this like we got this email, and I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I got an email saying there's and there will be a special guest. Like, who's a special guest? Who could it be? So I'm excited just to find out.
George Clooney or something.
I just strolling about with George Clooney, so I am.
And you're on my podcast like 2 weeks before it.
I know. I'm like. It feels weird when you get to meet these kind of people and you know who you are.
So, see, it's pretty mental how big it's got into it. So, I mean, and then you've got the kind of danger I was one of the people as well. I loved the kind of mixed martial arts. Went down to the grip house, didn't have a clue what I was fucking doing, and I ended
Did they make you feel welcome?
Alright, aye.
That means no. That means he made them feel like a piece of shit. Well, he's like, guys, come on. You should have fucking been like me with the hunter, inviting him in for a cuddle.
Well, I went to jiu-jitsu and I was about 14 stone. I was quite fit. and they matched us up with this wee guy, and the wee guy had like I think it was like a weed t-shirt on, and I was like, I'm going to smash fuck at him straight.
Confident as fuck.
I was like, I'm going
that.
to smash fuck at him, and mate, I've never been so like he hit me like basically it wasn't overpowering me, but see me trying to move him, I just couldn't move him, and I had sweat dripping off my chin through my t-shirt. It's the most brutal fucking thing I've ever done in my life.
I think what you need to find is I'm not saying the grip house didn't make you feel welcome, obviously that was a joke, but yeah. I think you need to find a gym that suits you. You go to places and they're very, very cliquey. If you ever had to come to Scottish Hit Squad, man, everybody's brand new. There's not a bad guy in there who's going to make you feel unwelcome.
Yeah.
And there's guys, it won't be a case of when you get matched up, it's like it's life or death. It won't be. It'll be like, you fancy a role, Mono actually show you some stuff, and then it'll be like, they'll stop you during it, it'll be like, see, rather than doing this, trying to overpower me, why don't you try this? And I think that's what makes a good team. We've got one, like, I honestly believe, Scottish Hit Squad, for grappling, MMA, kickboxing, boxing, whatever it is you want to do, we've got one of the best teams about in Scotland, hands down. Brilliant. I don't care what anybody else says. And it's testament to Brian, because you know what, he's got guys who are coming up and want to train with him. He's got guys who are coming up and want him to coach them, because he's good at his job. Brian is a fantastic coach. He's great dealing with people. I mean, he's terrible dealing with kids. We used to have a kids class, and the kids used to just rip the dick at him. This was somebody the wee guy who was ripping the dick at him was actually my nephew. So he's like, he sit down. He's like, no, sit. You need to sit down. He's like, no. He's like, I'm going to show you a choke. He's like, I'll choke you out. So like the kids class quickly stopped once I stopped doing it, but I think that's what needs to happen. There needs to be a kids class in there, but you know, everybody's made to feel welcome there. Timetables are always on the page. You can go on and have a look. You know,
I'll come and check it out one night then.
There's no time like just now to learn jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is like this sport that's just growing and growing and growing. And that you get recognition. You know, if you're doing well, you're going to these comps and you're getting medals, you're getting tabs in your belt, whatever it is you want to do. If you're a guy that's 20 stone and struggling to move, jiu-jitsu is your sport. If you're a guy who's 10 stone and nippy, as you said, this wee tiny guy, jiu-jitsu is your sport. It caters to everybody. It doesn't matter how strong, how weak, how fat, how thin, how ugly you are. Jiu-jitsu is a good sport. And
what does it makes you humble? I've heard.
It does. It doesn't. As you said, like this wee skinny guy comes in and just whoops you, and you feel like man, I just get my ass kicked off this wee guy with a wee t-shirt. I'd like to know who the wee guy with the wee t-shirt
gassed as well. I've never.
You do this. You look at people how they look, and you kind of say, "I'll do you."
Aye.
Easy. Come on. Come here. I'll tell you a story about how I got my nose broke. This is quite funny. This guy comes walking into the gym, right, and he had these gloves, and I'm not saying because his gloves were shite that he was shite. But I looked at him and his gloves were shite. And so he put us on these gloves, and you know what they look like? I don't know if you're like a wee boy or you've got wee boys, but you know the boxing gloves you get with like a kid's boxing punch bag? That's what they were like. So I'm thinking, this guy's got fucked
tiny odds.
So my coach matches me up with him and says, right, we're going to have a wee spar. So I glove up and I'm saying to myself, like, right, I'll just work my jab and I'll just step inside. What happened was, his whole game plan was, I'm just going to put my head down and launch this right at the top of my head and smash you in the face. So I come in, head movement, I'm rolling. I thought I was in Rocky, like sliding in there. Oh, come on, hitting this jab. I put the first jab out and the guy just goes, hits me, bump and my nose breaks over my face, and I grab hold. I look at my boxing coach like, and he's like, what? And I'm like, stop that. I didn't say anything. He's like, push him off and keep boxing. So I push him off and I fling this one jab. My coach says, just sit down. It was like a disappointed dad. Just sit down and I'm going to wear. My nose is trickling blood all down there. And I'm like, it's fine.
You don't look like you've had your broken.
Oh, you can see it.
It's a bit kind of to the side there.
Like, the thing is, my boxing coach, I love the guy Lawrence, he's great. In fact, his pro, Michael McGurk, is fighting for a WBU title, which within the next few weeks anyway, and which give him a check out, man. He's looking dangerous. But anyway, Lawrence, he says to me, I put on a head guard, and head guard's meant to protect your face, protect you so you don't get hurt. And he says, your nose is too big, your nose hangs right outside the guard. So I've got his nose, I've got the guard on, and my nose is still getting battered after this. And he says, your nose is going to be all over your face. So I have not got a nose for MMA.
When was this?
When was my nose broke? Oh, it was probably about 4 years ago, not long before I'd started, but I had a wee bit of confidence about myself. I've done the old MMA for like a year maybe, so I'm pretty good.
That's another mental thing as well. I don't know if a lot of people know this, that you've only been doing it for a couple of years.
Yeah, 5 years. Properly competing, probably about 4.5 years. It's been a short time, and I don't believe that it's unachievable for them out there.
Aye.
If them out there commits themselves to something, you set yourself goals. Everybody wants goals, so you set yourself goals, and it's just a case of chasing them, and that's what I've been doing.
Did you have many amateur fights?
I ended up with 8 amateur fights, and I really struggled. I would like to have had more because I was inexperienced, and I know that myself going into being a pro. But it was really hard to find the opponents out there in the amateur world. Scotland, England, the UK, there's not a lot of guys over 93 kilograms, and there's not a lot of guys fighting MMA. So it was really hard to find fights. But we got 8 of them, and then we got 9 as a pro. 10 as a pro now.
You smashed fuck at everybody.
I did. One of the hardest fights I ever fought was a guy called Andy Ablett. And I was an amateur at this point. I'd never been out the first round, and I take my hat off to Andy Ablett. And I'd get this bee in my bonnet about I wanted to stand and bang with him. He was a kickboxer, and he's trained at the Headhunters in Edinburgh. And I've met a guy after this, and he probably knows that he was one of the hardest fights I ever had. It was probably my 4th fight. It was in where was that? Portobello Town Hall. I went up there with maybe about 6 guys at the most, and I'm standing with him. I didn't tell my jiu-jitsu. I didn't tell Brian, my main MMA coach, but I told my jiu-jitsu coach. I says, I'm going to stand with this guy. I'm going to show people I can actually fight. And if I'd told my MMA coach that, he'd have kicked my balls and said, stop being a nugget. So what happened was I go out and I start, and I'm feeling good, bum. First round, easily win. I come in, bust open the guy's face, blood all over me. Coach rubs me, and I'm like, is that my blood? And he's like, no, it's his blood. Just cleans me up, and he goes out. Andy Ablett had this new game plan. He went into his corner, and his corner said, just kick his leg. Just keep kicking his leg and kick his leg. And see when you're a wee bit bored, just kick his leg. So he just kept kicking, and I couldn't catch him with my hands bumped, try to catch him, blasting me in the thigh. Ended up, I come in the second round, and I could not walk. I'm limping in, and he's like, Paul, you're going to have to switch. Missing my coach, he says, you're going to have to switch your stance. He's blasting that left leg. You're going to have to switch your stance, shoot and take him to the ground. I'll do that. I went out and I went, yes, left leg again, blast, and I'm trying to, and you know what, when you're getting frustrated, I ended up just marching him down like a Terminator. I just let me punch you in the face, and eventually I cut off the ring, the cage, and then I started flinging these shots. And the guy that was the referee was Kieran Malone, and I remember punching him, just landing these shots. His face looked like a bag of lashing, and he was sliding from one end to the cage to the other end of the cage, and I just kept blasting him. I felt my arms getting really, really heavy. I had nothing in the tank, and I went, I'm going to gas here. I'm flinging everything at this punch, and then he just slumps, and the referee stops it, and like 2 seconds later, I just slumped next to him. I couldn't move, and my coach is like, Paul, stand up, pants down. I'm like, I can't, my body doesn't work. So he drags me to my feet, and that was one of the hardest fights I ever had to deal with. It was like 3 rounds. The very first time I'd ever went 3 rounds. And it just was like, I needed to feel that. I needed to feel what it felt like to go 3 rounds and to be on the receiving end of getting a bleaching. And I remember walking out the cage after, like, you do all your winners, Paul Craig, and I remember walking past him and his face was in some state, and he was standing there with his girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure who it was a female anyway, and she was just bawling her eyes out, man. I felt like a piece of shit. I felt like, man, this sport for you. And I remember during the fight, they had this curtain and where all the fighters were standing, so they basically used the back end of the stage as where the fighters were getting warmed up, and they just opened it all up, and all these fighters are standing watching this fight. It was just me and him just flinging leather back and forward. Greatest fight I've ever had as an amateur and a pro. Oh. So I enjoyed that fight, and I think he stopped fighting after that fight. It was just, if you're an amateur, you don't want that. You don't want to be going to your work on a Monday morning after a Saturday and your face looking like a bag of washing. I've never, in the actual fight, I've never had any serious injuries like that. I've never had my face bust open, never had my nose broke, I've never had any damage to any of my limbs, anything like that, so I've been very lucky. Yeah. And even in my last fight, when Tyson Pedro had mounted me, and he had me in the crucifix and he was dropping the elbows. I think like maybe one of them had landed.
Yeah.
And then the referee stopped it. In my opinion, it was too early, but you know, if he'd kept telling me, who knows what could have happened. Maybe I'd have got out, maybe they've done more damage, maybe they've got like some serious brain damage. You never know, that's the name of the game. So the referee's just doing it at his.
Because quite a lot of people said that it was stopped too early.
I know.
But
I like, a lot of people are saying, oh, you must be raging with Mark Goddard, and I'm like, I'm not. He's doing his job, and it's a hard enough job without having people criticising his refereeing, like saying you stopped this too early. We seen what happened with Chris Weidman and Luke Rockhold when that fight was let to go to the second round, and his face was done in, and then he come back out, and he was half a man when he stepped back out there to fight him. So I don't blame Goddard at all. It's just part of the sport.
Well, there's quite a lot of activity there. There's people commenting. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No.
There's loads of comments.
Is there some guy? I heard there was some guy being a dick.
Did somebody say something? Because I heard you was giggling.
Tom Heffernan says he's sitting in a loft.
We're sitting in a loft. Well done.
Aye, well.
That's why you're a journalist.
Aye.
Thomas?
Donald Gillen wants to know your reach.
My reach? Like a reach around?
Aye.
I don't even know.
I thought he'd asked twice. That's only
I think it's like 86 or something like that. But I could be wrong. It might be 96. There's no difference. Actually, we did measure it, and I remember like when the UFC girl was taking it, I kind of done the wee shrink arms, because like you know what's funny, see when a guy comes out and he thinks, oh, he's only got a reach of like 74, and he comes out and he's got big orangutan arms, and he's actually 94, and he's punching holes through you. So I done this weekend thing where I shrunk, and they asked me my height as well, and I said I was like 6'3.5", and they actually put in the half because I didn't think they were going to do that. So I don't actually know. I think it's either 86 or 96 or 94.
I'm guessing Sham Craig's your mum.
That is my mum. What's she saying?
She says it was you and your brother that broke a lamp then.
It was. No, wait to tell you what he did. Me and my brother were fighting, and I used to do this thing where you jump on the couch and you just bring your feet up and just kick him 2 feet right in and just try and blast him back. And what happened was I kicked him onto this lamp, and we broke it, but it broke in such a way that the back end it cracked. So we actually sat the lamp up and just turned it round. And this lamp sat there for ages until then it got cleaned up, and then the lamp was broken. It was like, what? Did that lamp just break? It was nothing to do with me. So I did break a lamp. But it was Barry. I just done the kicking. He actually done the falling. So in all fairness, I'm not to blame for this one.
There's a decent question here. Ever think of training in America? If so, any particular gym?
You know, I would like to go to America, maybe spend like a week there learning somebody else's new tactics. But for me, I love the Scottish Hit Squad. I love the people. The thing that makes the Scottish Hit Squad for me, the building is a piece of shit. You know, it's cold in the summer, it's freezing in the winter, and in the spring it's red hot. It's not got a proper temperature, but actually the people inside it are what make it for me. You know, we've got the best boxing coach about, the best kickboxing coach, jiu-jitsu, you name it. We bring in the best guys. Right, we might not have the big names, like we've not got a John Jones cutting about our gym. We've not got a gym like AK where there's like Daniel Cormier, all these guys cutting about. But what we've got is we've got a really, really tight friendship, and everybody's looking out for everybody else. It's not like we're trying to shit and top each other to get ahead of each other. Everybody's looking out, apart from Chris Bungard, who will bored me. But everybody's looking out for everybody's interest, man. If I could help everybody in the gym, I would. And it's exactly the same. There's guys come in and taking days off work to come in and spar with me. There's guys who are travelling like 2 hours, like Ross Cooper. Great guy, man. He travels like an hour and a half every single night to come in and train with me, and he's like, I'll train with you during the day as well. Just drop me a message, I'll not go into work. Like, that for me, like, that's priceless. Whereas you go out to America and you're just another number.
Yeah.
And they use you as cannon fodder. They'll just put you in, like, I go in with him and let him blast lumps at you because he's got a point to prove. If he beats a UFC fighter, then he can go to his coach, well, I just bet this UFC fighter.
Yeah. So
you're just another guy in there, and that's the reason I would stay away from him. Kind of gyms. But no, where would I go? I would like to meet George St. Pierre. I like George St. Pierre, so probably TriStar with me and Stevie Ray getting the plane over. I was going to say the bus. You don't get a bus to Canada. I think that was called.
Get the boat air.
Get
12
the
weeks.
That's how you make weight. 12 week weight cut.
The boat with the boat.
What else we got here?
Why Bearjew?
Everybody always asks this. can't tell you, man.
It's a new audience.
My missus thought you were called Bear Claw.
Bear Claw.
I said, a podcast and she says, oh, I said Paul Craig's on it, so I was at the Bear Claw.
The Bear Claw.
She says, aye.
I like how you said aye, it's him head. He's actually no here head, he's on Skype, he's away with a bird. No, he's I've had the Bearjew, no, the beard isn't like the beer. Some guy is like, he's 5 and he's 6 feet 3 inches tall. He's the Bearjew.
Just comment mad with it.
Just call me in. But no, I can't tell about the Bearjew, man. The Bearjew's part of the gym. It's like, as I've said before, what happens is in our gym, everybody gets their nickname from our gym. So we've got guys who are called like some of them are I've ripped off other guys. We've got a guy called Big Rig. We've got and I like to call him Little Rig or Wee Rig. You've got like a bad guy, he gets that for the gym. You've got Cooper Trooper, it's his for the gym. All these names, it's like our way of bringing you into the family and giving each other's names. And there's guys going to be watching this thinking, has somebody given me a name yet? And I feel like I'm unloved, but that's where it comes from. It's a gym thing, and it's like, originally I remember I used to get called as an amateur, Paul the Legend. I remember this. They used to call me Paul the Legend, and then I went from being the legend to being the Ninja Killer. Because I obviously had my issues with the ninjas, the Dinky Ninjas, and they were calling me the Ninja Killer at this one point. I think it was actually Dan Solid come up with that. But anyway, I've had a few names, and I've been probably called worse than this on your live stream, guys like that. Blank.
Imagine if you were still called the Ninja Killer.
The Ninja Killer, that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So that was the three names. That was the three names I was given: Bearjew, Legend, and Ninja Killer.
I like Ninja Killer.
It sounds cool, doesn't it? What's the best fight name you've ever held?
Oh man, I can't even think.
I quite like the Bone Crusher. Like, see Mark the Bone Crusher the Keezy, because he punches and he crushes bones. It's simple.
The Bone Crusher. Aye. Have you ever had any mad nicknames when you were a wee guy or anything?
No, I was never cool enough. You know, like if you're called like if you're a Higgins, you're definitely getting called Higgy. You coming for a long line of Higgies. Alright, Higgy, how's it going? Oh, I'm actually Higgy Senior. You're wanting Higgy Junior. Like, if your name's like as I said about Cooper, man, you're definitely getting called Coop. You know, these are nicknames. That with your name, you definitely get them. I was always just called Paul. For a long time, I was called Big Paul Craig. Watch this, because I was like Big Paul Craig would say, "Watch me do something fucking stupid." But nah, Big Paul Craig, Big Paul. That's pretty much it. Do you get a nickname?
When I was
Go and say it was Shagger.
No,
I used to call me Top Shagger.
Aye.
Don't know why.
Because I've not had my home tenure. No,
nicknames.
Denzel. I used to get called
Like
Denzel.
Denzel Washington?
I don't know. No, Denzel for I think it was Only Fools. Was there no a character in that?
Denzel?
I just get stuck with Denzel. I don't know why.
Denzel was black and
Dardo. Bobo.
Bobo?
Yep.
Like Bobo Fett?
Oh, Fridge. I used to get called Fridge when I was a wee guy. See the American football player? Because there was an American football player that was like 40 stone, and when I was a wee guy, I was like double this fucking size. So I used to get called Fridge for years, man. And it was
kids are brutal. See
really
when
hurtful.
it comes to nicknames, kids are brutal. Like, see, when I was working in schools, I used to love hearing kids' nicknames. They were just hilarious. And then you get that one guy in school that's like, right, you're going to have to call me like I don't know, I'm trying to like, you call me the knife, right?
What, a guy getting his own nickname?
Aye, his own nickname, nobody ever calls him it.
Wolf Prince.
I'm the knife. Like, nobody's calling you that, man. Your name's Stephen, right? Stephen, shut up. No, it's knife, right?
Because I stabbed a cunt up my gran's bit.
Nobody knows who my gran that's like, I'll fight you with my gran's back. Nobody knows where she stays. So I'm unbeaten there.
I remember I told my old French teacher that I get signed for Celtic as a goalkeeper in 5th year.
Just for shits and giggles?
Yep. And
Did you?
She's no, did I fuck? I was
Were you
about
trying to
25
pump
stone, mate.
Were you trying to pump her?
No, I was just bamming her
Darling,
up.
you can leave the old.
I was bamming her up and then she believed it. And I was like, oh,
French,
wait a minute.
see this French malarkey head? You just leave it. Me and you, you're getting a flat. You're getting a flat.
You want VIP
Come on, tap
tickets?
L2. I was a bit of a pain in the arse at school. I had to get some funny stories.
You're a class clown?
It's class dick, I would be more than likely. I remember I get suspended from school for, you know, the curtain stuff, like you get the curtain, you don't think it joins up like blinds?
Aye.
I didn't say steal it, I kind of reclaimed it and moved it to another classroom. So I never took it out of school, so therefore it wasn't really stealing. I'd taken it off taken it out of a classroom in German and wrapped it around 2 tables. The teacher walked by and I kind of yanked it up and tripped him up. And looking back on it, man, it's pretty dangerous.
That's assault.
That poor guy could have like broke his neck. And back then I thought this was hilarious, and I couldn't even hide the fact that it wasn't me, because the string was in my hand. I was just chuckling away to myself. So I done loads of stupid stuff like that, man.
Did you get suspended or anything for that?
I did. I was asked to leave the school.
Oh, what, man?
Please leave the school. I was invited back with my parents. Wasn't it good?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
I know, when you do that kind of thing where you're just bullshitting, the teacher knows you're bullshitting. He's like, you're clearly no sorry. No kid is sorry at that age. I bet they went back and they laughed at it themselves. Because some of the kids some of the stuff the kids done in school, you're like, try to get them out of trouble, and you're like,
you're laughing as well.
Inside I'm doing backflips, man. I'm thinking, I wish I'd done that when I was at school. And I'm having to be serious, like John, you really know what the serious implications this has on Mr. Stevenson, don't you?
The ninja killer.
The ninja killer. So if I could go back and relive school, I would. It was a brilliant time. No, it wasn't. It was shit, man. Everybody always says that, don't they? They say, school was brilliant, I remember it. No, it wasn't. School was shit, man. There was always somebody big and hard wanting to knock lumps at you. And teachers were douchebags.
Pretty depressing. I remember...
getting called fridge.
I know.
That's bullying.
It was bullying. I think that's why
Who started it? Let's call him out right here.
Bring him up.
It wasn't even a wee guy, I know. It was my big brother's boss in work.
What are you bringing fridge with you for? That's my wee brother.
My brother's work was close to my house, and he used to drive past us in a motor like that. Fridge! Out the motor.
So this is a grown man in a car. And what age were you at this time?
Fucking 10 or something.
Yo!
So then all my brothers started calling it, but to be fair, I did find it funny. So see, when Scott Squad get made, the first one, there was a dog in it, and I called the dog Fridge, because I always thought it was funny.
A wee tip of the hat to it.
Tip of the hat, sir. That's funny as fuck.
So do you know the guy's name?
John Bell.
John Bell.
You want to smash fuck at him?
Aye.
Me and you, we can go
John,
down,
we're coming to get you, man.
choke you
There's a
out.
team of like 15 years in here, and we're all coming round your house. We're going to eat your Jaffa cake.
Aye. That's one of the ones I don't mind. It's funny, but I remember in school and all, there was a gym flare that they just brought in, and it was like rolled up in a big kind of long fucking roll, and my mate was like, I dare you kind of like hod the weight of that, a full gym fucking flare rolled up. I'm like, well, you go first. And then he went first and he held it, like managed to hold it up like a big massive tree trunk. I was like, move. Anyway, and you know that way I grabbed it, and I literally just done that. Like that.
Without Toby?
Like on top of me, and I was like, I fucking broke my leg. I honestly thought I broke my leg, because my leg was up there behind my head. And the Johnny, an old woman for the office, had to come out and lift this.
What was the
off
teacher
his-
saying at this point?
Teachers was lifting this off my body. I think it was at playtime.
hilarious.
Playtime, that's
Playtime.
still weird, isn't it? No playtime,
Sweet.
lunch break.
The lunch break, playtime.
Playtime, fuck, I still
Did
call
you
it
ever
playtime.
get caught with that? Guys, where we going for playtime? You're like, yeah, big man, you're
Aye.
a 6-year week player.
You're 29, mate.
Aye, stop it.
What's for lunch, play piece and all that? Any other questions? It is fucking roasting in here, by the way, innit?
It is either something you to read it or not.
Oh, really?
No, it's actually
This
not.
one's on full.
Oh, I can see myself. What we got here?
Handsome bastards.
Do you dye your beard like Darren does?
No, I don't. You can see it. Like, we're a few seconds behind, and
There's a delay on
we're looking at ourselves. This is like an endless loop. You see this?
That's quite weird, isn't it?
You're like gobbling that bottle bit.
I do look like that. Oh.
Sucking that off. So I don't dye my beard. My hair is naturally this colour, but what I'm having an issue is I always need to wear a hat because I'm getting a bit bald and my hair looks like a bust.
Are you going bald?
Aye, man, it sucks.
You look alright, mate.
That's why I wear the hat.
You should take a vitamin called biotin.
Biotin?
Yes, I take hundreds of vitamins, mate. You take your
No,
vitamins.
USADA would be all over me, man. USADA. The,
Oh, what? You can't take a fish oil?
Well, it's not the fact that I can't take it for sure. Like, you don't know what to put in it. So, tainted supplements is a massive thing. So I try and stay away from like anything that would like. Do I really need fish oil? Can I not get it from my actual diet? Aye, well,
Right.
that's fine. Get rid of that. Like vitamin C, I can get it through my diet. I can get all these stuff through my diet. I just need to watch what I'm eating. and
Mate,
watch what I'm
that's I take hundreds of fucking fish oil. I take a vitamin D.
taking. You're not getting tested with USADA.
Well, that's fair enough.
When are you going to smash Stevie Ray? So when are you going to smash Stevie Ray?
I'll smash him right now.
You're smashing him now.
I could get him shot.
Well, you're
For
here we
quid.
go. You're down with the gangsters now.
Aye, with the old
Knuckle duster.
Frankie Knuckles. That could be my new nickname. Darren Knuckles.
No, you can't come up with a nickname yourself. That's
How
not
no?
how it works.
Darren the Mad Guy
just,
Knuckles.
Just call me Frankie Knuckles. Is there any good questions? Joe Henry scouting the podcast. What's it saying? What was poor Joe Henry getting here for? Who's Toby? Get him on. Joe Henry's actually on my podcast. He's actually an awesome guy.
How long you been doing your podcast for?
We've been doing it probably about a year now. It started off just like I thought I've got some shit stories and I want to talk. You want to hear them? And two guys went aye. So we started punting this out and like 2 people listen to it, and we've actually got 58 folk listening. That's pretty cool.
That's
Biffy for your walkout tune at the Hydro, mate. I'd love Biffy, but I'm kind of into this. I love the intensity of chasing status, but I may change it to another chasing status song. Maybe there's a slag in here of Ross Johnson.
What's your favourite Scottish band?
It has to be Biffy Clyro. I used to like a band called Idlewild. I still like them. It's not like I just kind of went, I no longer like yous anymore. But I love Scottish bands. I love Scotland. That's my thing.
yeah.
That's my thing.
Will you down the Hollows? Is that your favourite band?
The Hollows are good. I went to see the Hollows last night. Where was that venue again? Stereo, a mad vegan pub in the town, and it was good. That's their band.
What makes it vegan?
Just like fuck.
We were actually going to get something to eat, didn't we? To go get the menu. And
Can I have a beef burger,
no,
please?
it's nah.
Aye.
I'm just going to leave it, mate.
You can have the 3-bean salad with some halloumi cheese. That's usually the best one.
Can I get cheese?
Oh, I was talking to this bud that was a vegan, and I was like, I'm going to Stereo and I'll probably try a nice vegan meal, and if I like it I'll keep it up. And then she's like, oh, how is it? And I was like, I got a bacon cheeseburger for fucking Weatherspoons, for £6.
That's what you're talking about. I bet this vegan place puts on like an added challenge. We actually bring this in from overseas, this wheatgrass. Could you do that? Could you be a veggie? I probably could be. Like, I hate touching meat. Like, it sounds a bit weird.
Aye.
Like, see me trying to cut chicken, it's like a nightmare. I cut
chicken's
it,
fucking...
and then I'm like washing my hands just because I'm a bit weird. But
Yeah.
I probably could be vegetarian and stay away from meat. But see, just for what I do, I just need that intake. I just need my meat injection.
I never knew. Is that right? That's a live fucking podcast, isn't it? Aye, so moving on for that. Right, vitamins. So, what about protein then? You can't drink protein?
No, I take protein, but I just need to make sure the supplements are they've been tested or not been tested. What usually happens is if it's a high brand, so like for instance like a PhD or a USN, something that's a good well-known brand, and they're not going to put a lot of crap inside their protein,
Yeah.
and that's what I need to watch out for. I don't know how much is right, how much is actually put into this stuff, or it's maybe just people bullshitting and saying, "Aye, well, it was tainted supplements." I don't actually. I don't know. I don't know.
So what about I mean, I do agree that it's just not even worth the risk, but for speaking sake, what about the alpha brain kind of stuff?
Well, Joe Rogan says it's cool, man, so
Yeah.
it must be cool. Joe Rogan doesn't take anything unless it comes to the grunt.
Aye,
I
well,
think Joe Rogan would definitely fail a USADA test, man. That guy smokes like weed. Weed's not allowed in. You're not allowed weed in USADA testing either.
well, that's fair enough.
But I know, like, people are saying, well, it's not a performance-enhancing drug. Well, it is, because can you relax on it?
Yes.
Aye, so it's obviously going to speed up recovery. Your body's going to be relaxing until you let go.
Yeah.
So all that kind of stuff. But I'd like to try Alpha Brain. I'd like to try stuff like Shroom Tech and all this kind of stuff. But
I've tried alpha brain. It's good.
Is it good?
It's good.
Did you
It's
feel
a
it
bit-
worked? Or
Definitely
is that a
worked.
placebo where you're actually just taking like a
No,
skittle and you're
it
like,
worked.
man, I'm smarter. I'm 10% smarter.
No, it definitely worked, but it was just a bit pricey, to be honest.
It
And,
is, and like, there's not a lot of places in the UK that actually do it. So
and I think they changed it as well. They changed the ingredients, so it's not as strong as what it used to be. Because I used to take it and get some really fucking weird dreams, man. It used to make me more creative with writing. as well.
Is that one of these ones you're just banged at your nut and you think you're creative and actually you're fucking...
Well, maybe,
you're writing about like, right, so what there is there's... In fact, I was actually going to see a movie there. There's this food that actually talks. Have you seen this thing? The sausage party?
Oh, mate.
What the hell? I know it looked like a cartoon thing and I'm like, how the hell did somebody come up with that? Well, there's a thing called drugs. And you do your nut. Did you like it? I've not watched it just for the simple fact it looks like pish.
No, mate, it's good. Trust me.
So you tell me you watch Sausage Party? Mate, see when these cameras go off, there's going to be a sausage party. You look
I want a single sausage, mate.
I'm sorry, but you get that quadruple sausage right here.
Mate, I'm not just saying this right, but 6 weeks in a gym, I think I could honestly take you, mate. Honestly, mate.
Have you been, what's in that water? Is it crack?
Mate,
could be.
All I'm saying is, mate, don't judge a book by its cover, because if I get a grip, and see if I get on, I'm like Greg Python, mate. Just
you know what we'll do? We're live anyway, so you can't back down. So what's going to happen is you're going to come to the gym and you're going to make a video.
Aye. You want to make a video?
Aye.
You want to
make a
film
video?
it? What, me smashing your cunt in?
Me smashing your back doors in?
I love
you biting the pillar.
I love talking shit to people that can kill me. Like, I just get a buzz for that. I know that you could cave my windpipe in like 3 seconds.
So that's what's happening. You're coming to the gym, we're going to make this video and the fans are going to see it.
What kind of video? But just you taking me for a training session, or you kicking fuckers?
Bit of both.
Aye,
there'll be a wee bit of training, there'll be a wee bit of that.
Mate, you don't know my past. You know what I mean? Before Scott Squad, mate, you look through the history books. Before Scott Squad, it was nothing. There's no past there, mate. You don't know that for a reason, mate.
I want to kill a guy with his hands. These hands have seen some shit.
You want a game of Mercy?
What's that?
You've never played Mercy?
I've probably played it as a different name.
I think, what is it? It's like...
Peanuts?
Peanuts, what's that?
Where like you try and snap each other's knuckles?
And you bend the knuckles back, bend the fingers back like that.
That's called Peanuts?
What?
That's what we called it back in like Airdrie. We were like a game of Peanuts.
Oh, you come for Airdrie.
Aye, that's coming up. But actually I need to go to
that gig?
It's not a gig, the Hunters on Sunday. Sunday, check it out guys. I've actually got a free ticket and my boy Dave McDonald can't make it. That's my sister.
What's your sister saying?
She's saying, can you ask Paul if Cliff's with him? No, he's in the house. Peanuts. It's called Peanuts, isn't it, John? John, it's called Peanuts. You're going to like as well, brother. So, hi guys, tune in to next week's podcast when you've got who?
We've no sorted the guest out yet.
Tune in next week and I'll be back and we'll talk some more shit.
But you've got it. You've got this live, mate. I'm coming in training with you.
Yeah, what you should do is Friday next week, bring your camera. And that's what your podcast is next week.
That's appreciated, mate.
Right, so...
It's my fucking podcast, mate!
So what's happening is... Stay beautiful, San Diego.
Wacky the big man, all the best in your next fight, mate.
Definitely Peanuts Bearjew.
You're more than welcome to come back on anytime you want.
It's always a pleasure.
Have you punted everything? Have you punted your gym, everything?
Well, we've done a wee punt for the old guys. As I said, you're welcome anytime to down at Scottish Hit Squad. You're going to see some savages coming in here.
I love you, mate.
I'll hug the Hunter on Sunday.
He's fucking solid, man. Fucking hell.
It's
I'm minus 5 fat body.
I can see you cuddling here. What else we got? So I'll get UFC Glasgow. The tickets are going to be on sale like the 6th of June. They're going to go quickly, so make sure you get them. If you message me looking for them, I can't get them. Message Stevie there. So
that must bust your balls and all that. Get a ticket, mate.
Get a ticket, man. I'll square you up.
Hi, can I pay you on the door?
No, he's like, I'll pay you in gear, right? That's at least a £50 bag, right? You can sell that on the street for 70.
Is McGregor going to be there? McGregor.
New t-shirts, asking about a new t-shirt, John. There will be a new t-shirt. I'm just trying to mock some up at the minute. But my boy Chris Bungard's got new bad guy t-shirts. Check his out. You can catch him on Hellcat Graphics. Also, I've got a sponsor called Guerrilla Warrior that does some, I'm not even wearing a t-shirt, who do some badass training equipment as well as some trendy stuff. I wear it all the time actually. I've got a maroon one that I really like. It's pretty badass.
Check it out, trips.
Everything else is just come hang about with me in any day of the week. I do PTing, so don't bother messaging me because I'll not get back to you. Message me about something good and I'll get back to you.
Right, well I better let you go and get.
Who's the guy in the hat next to the UFC fighter? That's brilliant. Right guys, stay beautiful. No, I was talking about who's the guy in the hat.
Oh, I know, but...
the UFC fighter?
still, but he's been sarcastic.
That's funny.
Right, troops, come back next week and thank you. Thanks, mate.
No, it's a pleasure.